Come to me. Hit my God. The new Nosferatu movie, directed by Robert Eggers, has officially already become one of my favorite movies of all time. I've seen it in theaters twice already. I love vampire movies, and this film is certainly not exempt. The protagonist, Ellie Hutter, played by Lily Rose Depp, is hauntingly beautiful. Lily Rose Depp is of course a model with cheekbones from the gods, but I was absolutely obsessed with her look, so today let's recreate it. The film is set in 1830s Germany and is really a love triangle between Count Orlok, Ellen, and Thomas. The movie is eerie, ethereal, gothic, Victorian, and sensual. There's been a lot of discussion about Bill Skarsgård's makeup transformation, and I haven't seen anyone really talking about Lily's, but using some behind-the-scenes photos and my personal knowledge of makeup, I'm going to be giving this my best shot. Let's do it. Let's get into it. Okay, before we get into this, I just want to show you guys my nails. I just had them done yesterday. They're super pointy and just a nude, but I am obsessed with how they look. I feel like they make my fingers look very long and vampire-esque. Into it. So for my base, I'm going with the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. This is my go-to, and it's perfect for this look because my girl Ellen has been sweating all night with night terrors, so she has a very dewy complexion. So you want to look as hydrated as possible. I love this primer specifically because not only is it hydrating, but my makeup genuinely sticks to it. Now I'm just going to go in with this concealer. It's a bit too pale for me, so I'm not going to use too much of it. And just conceal any of the blemishes I have around my face. You don't need to do any of your under eye because you want to look like you haven't slept in 30 days. I'm just gonna use a beauty blender to beat that in. I'm going to be using the Ilia Skin Tint. This is my go-to for foundation. It is super light and breathable, which I really enjoy. And in Nosferatu, it seems like Ellen is likely not wearing any face makeup, so this is as light as I can possibly go. I'm using shade ST1 and just again using my beauty blender to beat that in all over my face. Now on to the contour, which is probably one of the most important parts of this makeup look. Personally, I use the Fenty contour stick in Amber, which is perfect for my pale girls. It's a cool toned contour, so really good if you have no coloring really happening with your skin in the dead of winter. Ellen is tormented at night. She barely sleeps. She's in a constant state of terror and agony, and her face shows that. So we're going to be pretty liberal with this contour stick, but do be careful. It can get a little muddy, so don't go overboard. First, I'm going to contour along my cheekbones. Generally, you just want to do small little taps on where the contour is to not spread the product around too much. You want to add the contour alongside your nose bridge, under the tip of your nose, and I personally have this little bump where the bridge of my nose ends, so I like to add a little bit of contour right above that. With the nose contour, you want to make sure you bring it all the way up to the eyebrows to really make the eyes look like they're sunken in. Again, gently beat with your beauty blender. I also like to add contour underneath my bottom lip to make my lips look more pouty. I'm also going to bring a little bit under my chin, but be careful. You can go overboard very, very quick, so only apply a tiny amount. Now onto the eye contour. Ellen's eyes are so sunken in, so we're going to take our same contour stick and bring it around the eyes and underneath. Wherever you have natural eye bags, just follow that line. We're starting to look tired, which is exactly what we want. And then I'm gonna use whatever excess contour is on my beauty blender and just go on the top of my forehead to add some more dimension up there. I think that's all I'm gonna do with the contour stick. Now I'm going in with the ColourPop That's Taupe palette to really emphasize some of the shadows around the eyes. Primarily, I'm going to be using these top shades. Putting powder on top of the cream contour will also keep it from smudging, so if you are planning to wear this look out, this could be an important step. Free to get messy with it, you don't want it to look perfect. We're recreating eye bags after all. It gets quite dark around her eyeballs, so I'm going in with a darker shade of taupe and pressing that onto the lid. Next, I'm going to go in with a smaller, tighter brush so I have a bit more control and use a dark brown color just around the perimeter of my eyelashes, specifically under my eyes to deepen those shadows. This is what we're working with. I think it looks pretty good so far, if I do say so myself. Now I'm going to go in with a red lip liner. I don't have a red eyeliner, so lip liner is what we will be using. And I'm going to lightly trace the inner corner of my waterline to look like I've been sobbing, because my girl Ellen has been through it. And again, go in with a small, precise brush just to blend that out a little bit. Next up, we're going to do some brown mascara. Again, it looks like Ellen is wearing no makeup in this film, but my lashes need a little extra oomph, so I will be using this Tower 28 brown mascara. Yeah, I love how the brown mascara looks. I feel like it just gives my eyes that extra oomph. Why is this gonna be my everyday makeup routine? I am feeling like the eye circles are not dark enough, so I'm gonna go back in with some more taupe eyeshadow. For the brows, Lily Rose Depp has very fluffy, full eyebrows. My eyebrows cannot say the same. I don't want to do too much to them because in the film it looks like nothing was done at all. So I think I'm just gonna use my NYX eyebrow pen and just fill in any gaps. Last step for the makeup is the lips. And again, looks like Lily Rose Depp is wearing nothing at all, but my lips are not that flush and beautiful on their own. So very lightly, I'm gonna go in with my ColourPop Lippy Pencil in the shade Oh Snap and tenderly trace my lips and then rub it in with my finger. This shade is very close to my natural lip color, so it's barely noticeable, which is exactly what I want. Now for the final outfit, I'm going to put on a lace turtleneck, my vintage Olga nightgown, and I did in fact buy a bonnet just for this look. Here is what that is looking like. I'm also going to add these vintage screw-on hoop earrings. I ordered the perfect pair for this look on eBay, but they didn't come in time, so I'll have to stick with these. Why do I love looking dead? Can anyone answer me that? I also have this vintage charm bracelet I got at the Manhattan Vintage Show. I believe it's from the early 1900s. I want to say 1910s or 1920s. It's so fragile, I barely like to take it out of the box, but I think this would be a good representation of Ellen's locket. Now I need to put my hair up. In this time period in Germany, women would never be seen in public with their hair down aside from your husband. So I am going to finagle my hair up to look as much like hers as I can. She has a more complicated hairstyle than this, but this is the best I can do. And now for the bonnet. This is crazy. Oh goodness. And then last and final step, she has some flowers in her hair. So I bought this entire bundle of flowers. I'm just gonna take a few sprigs off of it. Okay, I think I am done. This is the final look. Y'all, I would eat as a Victorian woman. So this is how I accomplished my Nosferatu Ellen inspired makeup. I hope you found this video useful. All of the products I used will be linked directly in the description. If you're new here, please subscribe. I post a new video every single week and I would love to have you. And I will see you next time. Bye.